we now embrace that beautiful Rareware logo again that they showcased in the first Donkey Kong Country with all those pretty silicon graphics. And this game was released in 1995. And we're going to take a look at Diddy's Conquest, which is Donkey Kong Country 2 on the Super Nintendo. So, what's happening, everybody? This is Double RPG here, and welcome to another episode of Double RPG's Let's Play Live Commentary Series, where this time, we are going to take a look at Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Conquest on the Super Nintendo, as I mentioned. And, it's been a really big extravaganza doing the first live commentary, so I'm ready to do another one. So let's not waste any time and get started, shall we? We're going to start with a new game since we're starting over from scratch, and it's pretty much the same as the first one, where you can have one player, two-player team, or two-player contest, but we're going to select one player for right now, and we'll see how far along we get. But we're pretty much going to go through the whole game, and hopefully we can find all the bonus levels and whatnot, so that way I can show you where everything is, because I did manage to beat this game at 100%. Once in my lifetime. It was a really tricky task, but I was able to pull it off with flying colors. But after playing it for after coming back and playing it for quite some time, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to find everything. I mean, I did have the Nintendo Power Guide, and I managed to find everything that was within the game, so I may have to retrace my memory or go look at Game Facts and see what all they have, in case if I do the next episodes or whatever. But, I could do a video where we can go search for some of those missing places or some of those places where we missed some of the bonus coins or whatever. But throughout most levels, we'll try to find mostly everything. So, I guess you could say this is a near-perfect speed run at first, but then, by the time we get to the end, it will be perfect. But, anyway, I think that's enough time, that's enough talking out of me from, doing the introductions and all that, and it's time for us to get on the road with Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Conquest, and we're going to start in Gangplank Galleon on the first level, Pirate Panic. And as you can tell, Diddy Kong is the main character in this game, and rightfully so. And there are some noticeable differences, like the Donkey Kong balloons are actually replaced with Diddy's face, because, he's the main character of this game. And his sidekick in this game is not Donkey Kong, but rather his girlfriend, Dixie Kong. And she's quite a unique character, if I might say so myself. And she can use her hair to twirl around in the sky so she can do a helicopter spin, and she can go a pretty long distance to reach some places that we can't even, reach by foot, because without her help, we pretty much would be stuck. And I think it was a good idea that they made Diddy Kong a playable character in this game, because I think they wanted to expand on the gameplay a lot more than having to just stick to ground movement. So I think they wanted to add a little bit of air exploration and throwing characters up into the air, so that way you can land on some platforms that are not reachable by foot. So that way you can find, the hidden goodies and whatnot. Anyway, this is the first bonus barrel that we went through, and we had to find the token. We did. We collected the Kremling coin, or the first Kremling coin, or K-Rool coin, but I think it's Kremling coin. And if we hit the A button, that will allow us to dash, but we're not going to do that quite just yet, but we will do it right here. So let's grab the bananas, and if we hold the A button, if we want to back up a little bit, if we hold the A button a little bit, then we'll be able to use Rambi here to charge at the door that's right here, and we can go into another bonus game area. And now we need to destroy all the Kremlings or destroy all the baddies since we have Rambi with us, and that's what we're going to do. And I'm really happy that Rambi the Rhino actually made a return in Donkey Kong Country 2, because he's probably my favorite animal buddy, him and Ingard, because of them being the ones that know how to damage enemies without suffering any problems or whatever. And it really just disappointed me that Rambi did not make it into Donkey Kong Country 3. Instead, they had to replace it with that scared elephant, whatever his name is. Besides, I don't really care. And besides, his attack was weak, because the elephant would only squirt water out of its trunk, and that wasn't enough to insatiate my appetite or whatever to, play as the character. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. Okay, we got the other Diddy Kong balloon, and we just completed the first level, Pirate Panic, and every time when we hit the target there, if we can get the barrel to go up to the top of the item, we will obtain the item, and you can see Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong actually doing a victory dance of sorts. And as we could tell from Diddy Kong, he turned his hat around, and he put on some sunglasses and had a jukebox, and he was boogieing, because you know why? I mean, well, you want to know why he did that? It's because he's cool. He is the coolest Kong. And I agree so. Okay, let's go ahead and tag between Dixie and Diddy, so that way Dixie can take the lead for a little bit. And the reason why we want to do this is because we actually want to go over here to another bonus barrel or whatever. I mean, I'm sure we could get over there as Diddy Kong, but for right now, let's just let Dixie have the spotlight for a little bit. I know I tend to go mostly for Diddy Kong, but, you know, we want to try to be equal and diversive in terms of what Kong we choose, you know, to go through this game. And we got the third Kremling coin, and there's the letter K. And, you know, this game, it really... oh, I just switched to Diddy again. Oh, well. With this game in Donkey Kong Country 3, they managed to make the Kong letters actually a bit more diversive in terms of the graphical representation, because I think this is the first time that the Silicon graphics actually show the pseudo 3D effect with the letters in this game than in the first game, because the letters were just all pasted as a 2D sprite. But you know, even though the rotating letters are in 2D sprites, but they actually kind of look 3D when you see it for what it is. Okay, we grabbed the 2 extra lives balloon, and there are some critters over here, but we can pretty much ignore them and just head this way. Actually, I think we want to go down, and we want to collect the end, but we need to get past that Kremling, who's just being so happy and climbing up and sliding down on the rope. But anyway, we got ourselves a new item here, and that was a cannonball, and if we take it to that cannon over there, that will act as another bonus barrel. So yes, in this bonus game, we need to destroy them all again, so, oh, crap. Yeah, as the title suggests, we need to, I mean, as the rules go by in this minigame, or this bonus barrel, we need to destroy all the Kremlings with projectile items, so if we pretty much use the cannonball, we'll hit them from there. And make sure you don't hit them, because if you hit them, you will lose the bonus barrel challenge, and then you would have to start all over again. I mean, you would have to go back and get that cannonball or whatever. Okay, well, we now have all the Kong letters in this level, and that gave us another extra life. Whoops. I think there's something we can get over here. Actually, oh, yes, there is. That's another bonus barrel. Let's take it. And this time we have to collect stars, and we have to collect the number of stars that are in this bonus stage, and then we can get the Kremling coin. This is probably my second favorite type of bonus game. The Destroy Them All bonus game is kind of my least favorite, because if you take a hit when there are enemies there, and if you take a hit, then you'll have to start the challenge all over again. So yeah, it kind of makes me dislike it a little bit, but it's still fun regardless. But out of all of them, I'd say that, you know, the Destroy Them All feature is probably my least favorite overall. I mean, nothing personal. I mean, I'm sure it's everybody's favorite, but you know, for something simple and easy, I just tend to stick with find the token or collect the stars. Okay, we completed level 2, which was Main Brace Mayhem, which was a scrolling level of sorts. Okay, let's go to the Monkey Museum. And if we go to the Monkey Museum here, you could actually tell that is Cranky Kong's own mug right there. Yep, he's back from Donkey Kong Country. And looks like, since, you know, DK is not with us, hopefully he'll be a little bit nicer to Diddy Kong this time. But it's hard to tell. And, you know, I wonder if Cranky is actually going to be a bit more mellow. But something tells me he's not going to be mellow. He's just going to be insulting, as he was with you know, with Donkey Kong in the first games, but we'll have to see. Come and say hello to your old grandpappy, Cranky. Oh, he's calling this game an unnecessary sequel. Oh. And he's asking, where's Espresso, a clumsy spider, and a fat parrot? Is that the best they could think of for animal buddies? Oh, man, you gotta love Cranky Kong for breaking the fourth wall in this game because, you know, I think he kind of senses the pattern with some people who think that sequels are unnecessary. And to be honest, some of those sequels are unnecessary to video games these days because some of them are usually made for obligation rather than importance, but some of them are actually created for importance, kind of like Mass Effect 2 in a sense. And if you want to compare to another really big game that was created based on importance, then maybe, probably the Golden Sun games on the Game Boy Advance. Anyway, what Cranky does is if we give him coins, he will tell us some secrets that we can find within the levels. And he is telling us he's telling us these secrets, but sometimes you have to pay in order to hear what he has to say. So, sometimes you won't have all the banana coins on you. And that's another thing I forgot to mention, is that the banana coins, kind of like I mentioned in the Donkey Kong Country live commentary playthrough, is that they are used as your currency to get information about the levels, or to get information about the controls, and to play some of the bonus games. So yeah, there's a bit of economics that is had within this game for the first time, which actually makes it a bit more, a bit more of a challenge, and I don't think it's unnecessary. It only adds more to the gameplay, so they don't actually make everything free like they did pretty much in the first game. Okay, and now here we are in the third level, which is Gangplank Galleon. And here we find another barrel, which is find the token, and we throw these treasure chests. But hey, we didn't need to throw all of them because we found the Kremlin coin in the first one, in the first, what is the word I'm looking for? Oh, in the first treasure chest. Okay, if we throw any of the Kongs on these hooks here, at the beginning part of the level, we will actually find the DK coin really early on. So yeah, that was a good thing. Okay, if we go this way, if we use that treasure chest, we can find some bananas in there, and there's the letter K. And here are some critters that have a couple of wooden legs, so they just jump around all over the place. And I'm not sure if I made my point on this already, but the reason why I like this game so much more than the first one is because this game actually had darker tones in terms of the level design, and the challenge was a lot better, and the gameplay just was built upon more from the first game, and there were lots of extra things that were added in to make it a bit more challenging overall. I think there's something down there, but let's go ahead and break this open, defeat the Crusher with it, and oh, careful you don't try to step on the Crushers, or else they're gonna get red. And we actually, looks like we're going to need Dixie Kong to use their helicopter twirl to fly over there. Or else, if we can't get over there properly, then I'm sure there is a barrel somewhere that we can take in order to get the items that are just below where all those crushes are. Now, let's go ahead and destroy this again. We'll get some more bananas to help us out. Why did I not even twirl? I thought I hit the Y button to twirl. Ah, jeez. Okay, well, we'll try the left path this time to see if there's anything that's underneath here that we can find. Actually, nope. Actually, the reason I did that is I didn't really get a chance to see what was over there. And looks like this time we're gonna need to try the left path. And the left path, by taking the left path, we should be able to find a automatic shootout barrel. Yep, right there. If we take this, we get some banana stacks and a banana coin. And I wonder if there's anything... Oh, there's nothing over there. I wonder if there's anything to the right here. And that exclamation mark barrel, I'll explain very shortly. And yeah, as you can tell, we just committed suicide. Oh well. I mean, I'm one curious connoisseur when it comes to trying to find everything, so now that I know about that, we will go ahead and we'll head back. And we'll use the this shootout barrel right here. We'll grab those, and then we'll just pretty much head to the right this time. Now, the exclamation mark barrel, it's the equivalent of the the stars from the power stars or the invincibility stars from Super Mario Brothers or Super Mario Galaxy in a sense. If you touch enemies while you're in this state, then they'll automatically get killed, and it protects you for probably 20 to 30 seconds, so at least you got plenty of time to hit some enemies. Okay, we found ourselves another barrel over here, and this time we're going to need to jump between hooks in order to climb up, and that way we can get the Kremling coin over here. Now that is 7 Kremling coins out of, I don't know how many we're going to get in this episode. I think we get 11, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, there is a Diddy Kong balloon. Let's grab that, and we did, and here is Dixie Kong's own level victory. She pretty much uses her guitar to be all rad. Diddy Kong is cool. Well, Dixie Kong is so rad. Now, here's another one of the newest features in this game is Kong College. And like I said, over at Cranky's cabin or whatever, or his museum, Kong College is pretty much the place where we can learn about the moves in the game and some of the special abilities that that our animal buddies possess and what we possess. But sometimes they can come at a fee. But there are some things that are free. And anyway, this Kong that we're meeting right here, this game introduces the old grandma or old lady Kong named Wrinkly Kong. And in this game, she is a college teacher, or a college Kong teacher rather. And in Donkey Kong Country 3, she's retired, but before Donkey Kong 64, she passed away, which is why you saw her, in ghost form in Donkey Kong 64. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Okay, and after 3 inexplicable or unexplained saves, or 1 save and 2 unexplained ones, we're going to Lockjaws Locker. And I will warn you right now that I'll let you know right now that this game has this level has a shortcut that you could take to bypass all the level and get to the end, but I'll show you where it is, but then we'll come back here and we'll complete this level in its entirety. So let's go ahead and just traverse further, and there's a Flotsam right over there, which is pretty much a manta ray or a stingray or whatever. And if we try to cross here, the water will rise up. And one other thing I forgot to mention about this level is take a look at the background. That is a really good 3D effect, and this is where Rare really pushed the Mode 7 graphics, putting in some really cool 3D effects and adding Mode 7 graphics in it to make sure that there actually was 3D for a Super Nintendo game. That's actually pretty amazing. Okay, this was the secret area that will give you a shortcut to the end of the level, and it's pretty much the cheap person's way out. So anyway, we completed this level, so we'll try again, and we won't bypass all the level. So let's go ahead and head back to Lockjaws Locker, and we will complete it entirely. This is that was one of the cool things about the level, or about the beginning of this level, is when you're falling down, you could try to collect those bananas. Yeah, I thought that was awesome. Okay, now I'm trying to figure. Actually, I think it's back over here where we can go down a secret pathway in order. Oh, careful, Flotsam right there. And if we try to go down here, we can follow this trail of bananas, and we can collect some banana coins through this pathway too. So cool, we got some more goodies and some more currency. And I don't think we're going to be able to find anything this way, and I think we're pretty much going to have to just move forward here. Now, I really like it how the swimming mechanics in this game are better, because it puts the camera back around the same place as, a Kong would be if they were running across the level in this game. Because in the first game, when you were swimming, it would pretty much put you in the middle, and sometimes when fast enemies would come by, it would be hard to react. So this game's a little bit more lenient in terms of the placement of the camera and the water physics. And you gotta love the water too. I mean, this really adds a lot more detail to the gameplay. And notice how the Kongs can't drown when they're in the water. They have infinite breath, kind of like Mario in the side-scrolling games. Okay, we got that Kremling coin when we had to find it, and holding in that A button will make will make In-Guard charge from where he is. Oh, thank God I managed to, thank God I managed to get off of In-Guard before getting hit by Flotsam, or else I probably would have lost In-Guard there. Okay, we got the letter O. Nice. Okay, I don't think we're going to find anything right there, so looks like it's time for us to go up. But yeah, you can tell that the physics when you're in the water are actually a lot better. And the camera placement is actually a lot better too, so you can actually see what's oncoming, and you can react fast enough. And you gotta love that Mode 7 effect for the water when you're going down and above it, because it actually looks like, you know, it's showcasing that 3D capability, but in a 2D feeling. Yep, that's one of the things you gotta love about the Super Nintendo, is its Mode 7 graphics. Which definitely, in my opinion, put the Sega Genesis to shame in terms of the visuals. Or one of the things that put the Sega Genesis to shame was the visual capabilities. Because even though Sega Genesis had better detail and sprites, Nintendo managed to exceed in finding something that would work for a 3D feeling in this game. And that enemy right there, the orange fish, that is called Lockjaw. And he looks pretty menacing, so you're gonna have to watch out for him. And if we do that, we should be able to swim fast within that spot, and we grab the DK coin. So we have 4 overall, and if we come over here, we get ourselves some bananas. And if we hit this barrel again, we're gonna collect that 1-up balloon. And now we have 23 lives. Okay, so that is Lockjaws Locker in its whole entirety. So now that we have that done, now we can move forward. And we're going to take a look at this. This is one of the other newer features of this game, and this is called Swanky's Bonus Bonanza. And Swanky is more of the game show host archetype, or the minigame host archetype, as you would call it. Because he will, in this game, he gives you quizzes and multiple choice to determine, you know, if you're right or wrong based on the 3 questions in order to get some extra lives, and we'll see how far along we get. Let's start with the first one. What is my name? His name's Swanky. Swanky? Yeah, good answer. Here we go again. What is the first enemy that you see in this game? A furry rat? Well, of course. Okay, try this one. What is the name of this area of the island? It's called Gangplank Galleon. And congrats, we got ourselves a 1-up balloon. Okay, and every time when you complete a questionnaire or whatever in the Bonus Bonanza, you can't replay it again. Okay, second game. What button do you press to run? Or hold to run? You hold the Y button. What is the name of the first level in this game? Pirate Panic. Well done. Let's have another. What is the name of the enemy boss who has kidnapped Donkey Kong? His name is Kaptain K. Rool. But yes, if you were wondering, K. Rool is the same in all the Donkey Kong Country games and Donkey Kong 64. He just goes by different aliases or alter egos just to match the personality or the theme of the games. Like in the first game, he was a king. This game, he is a captain, and in the third game, he's more of a scientist, where he genetically enhanced the muscles on all of his crippling minions and such. Okay, Chimp Challenge. In the first level of the game, how many windows did the captain's cabin have? Let's say 6. Oh, it was the wrong answer. Okay, we'll try again. I think it was 4. Yep. Okay, next one, please. What is the name of the first rigging level? Okay, the upper side-scrolling is called rigging. Okay, the first one is Main Brace Mayhem. Good. In the first level of the game, which of these is not a background object in the captain's cabin? A gun? Yes! Now we got a 3-up balloon. Anyway, we're done with this studio, so now we can go ahead and we can move on to the next level. Yippee! And the next level is called Topsail Trouble. And in this level, this is the first time we were introduced to a new animal buddy. And this new animal buddy is named Rattly. He's pretty much the equivalent of Winky, but he's a lot slower. And, but at least he has a higher jump if we hold in the A button, which is always a good sign. And we got that 1-up balloon, which is always nice. Okay, let's go ahead and scroll up here even further. And watch out for the critters that just hop with the 2 planks or 2 wooden planks legs on their feet. Okay, and there's another one with 1. Yeah, and especially with the game being all pirate themed, it's no wonder how the game's tone in terms of the level design is all dark and grimy, which actually makes it a lot more superior. It definitely, which I believe makes this game so superior. I mean, in Donkey Kong Country, I really like the environments and stuff, but it kind of was an even balance between dark and lightheartedness or just normal. But in this game, it's more dark, and in the third game, it was actually a bit more like the first game's setting in terms of the level design, but I really do enjoy the maritime environments, but overall, it kind of felt like it was kiddish in a sense because of Diddy Kong, the baby, being in it, and there were some moments where, you know, there were some kiddie elements, kind of like the game over screen, you know, being inside of a baby's crib or whatever. Yeah, so kind of downplayed the demographic a little bit, in my opinion, but it still was a good game. But you know, in terms of visual appeal, this game definitely nailed the dark aspects, and I think it was a good choice too, because I think Rare didn't want to always stick to having a kiddie archetype with the Donkey Kong games, because they wanted to keep the appeal for both, you know, kids and for older gamers alike. Okay, I think if we come with this way, we can find the Kremling. Nope, not that one. Well, we'll try some other place. And there's that orange Kremling again. And there's a Zinger right over there who's guarding a banana coin. Let's go ahead and see if we can get him from right here. Yes. But do not run away just yet, because we actually need to grab this in, and we got it. We had to make sure we watch out the Zinger, because if we hit the Zinger, then we're going to have to... we lose a Kong, and we're going to have to try to find another DK barrel. Anyway, here's another bonus barrel, and this one is Find the Token. And this time we have to watch the dragonflies here. And I forgot what the dragonflies' names are, but I personally don't care, because at the end, they will explain to us what the names of the enemies are. Okay, we have 10 banana coin, or not banana coins, but Kremling coins. Oh, golly, good thing I didn't hit that Zinger. And if we why did I do that? I thought for sure that you know, the DK coin would be over there, but evidently not. So let's just restart from where we are, and then we'll climb back up this way. Whoop, careful I don't hit that guy, because if I do, then I'd lose a Kong. Okay, this is where the DK coin was, or where it is right now. I completely forgot that's where it, you know, was this whole time. Okay, if I wonder if I can manage to find, well, I think there might have been a bonus barrel over here, you know, to the right, but I'll check next time, and if there is, then I'll replay that level and show you again. But if there isn't, then we'll just keep moving forward. Okay, Funky's Flights 2. It's pretty much the same as the first game, where you take, where you visit Funky Kong to fly to different levels or to different worlds. But we're not going to bother right now. The only thing we are going to bother is going up to the next level, and we are going to be fighting our first boss in the game. And it's called Crow's Nest. And, Crow, you say? That actually looks more like Captain Necky. I think that's actually what his name is, but if they went by Crow instead of Captain Necky, then I'd be like, oh, come on, that's a Necky for crying out loud. And there are even some pirate Neckies in this game. You can't just leave, you know, you can't just call something like that Captain Crow. That's not a Kremling. That's a freaking vulture. He's not even a crocodile. I wonder if it is a he, because he has eggs. Because if anything would have eggs, then it would have to be a female. Unless if it's a worm, then you can consider that they can have eggs or whatever with either gender, because they have both male and female reproduction organs. Anyway, we have defeated the first boss in the game, and we get Kremling coin number 11. Nice. And Diddy Kong is grooving to his tune on the jukebox. Anyway, Gangplank Galleon has been completed, and the next level we're going to go to in the next episode is Crocodile Cauldron. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to stop right here, and I hope you all enjoyed these episodes of the live commentary series this weekend. I had a lot of fun doing them, and hopefully we'll get on to more of Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest by next weekend. And I know I need to finish up Mega Man Extreme and some other games, but I'm not sure when they're going to get done. But anyway, take care of yourselves, gamers, and I shall see you this Monday with Tales of Symphonia and Donkey Kong 64 on my YouTube channel. This is Double RPG signing off. Later, gamers!